Coming up next on Sledhead 24/7, it's a showdown in the UP. The team travels to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for a classic Sledhead shootout. It's the Polaris XCR versus the Polaris XC. Our teams of test riders are ready to ride, rate, and review. We'll meet a few local Yoopers and their close-knit snowmobile club that calls this winter paradise home. Later, tag along for a ride with Ski Ambassador Matt Downey, who shares some secrets of riding the trails in North Country. And what's the latest news from C&A Pro skis? We'll have an update. Climb aboard. It's a Ram road trip with the Super Yoopers. Sledhead 24/7 starts right here, right now.
Jeff, I'm walking through the Sledhead garage and I noticed a couple of Polaris snowmobiles, an XCR and an XC. What can you tell me about them?
You know, funny you should ask about that. We've had a chance to go ride those machines. Those are two fantastic snowmobiles from Polaris. A lot of people ask us what the difference is between the track lengths and the shock packages. So we want to ride, rate, and review them, let you guys know what we think. So what we're doing is comparing our XC137 to our XCR129. Both great chassis with the Access chassis. The 137's a little longer. I always like that to bridge the bumps a little bit better, but the XCR holds a little bit better when you start really pushing it in the big bumps, stutter bumps. You know, it's a cross-country sled.
So the thing that intrigues me the most about the XCR, you're able to buy the exact same sled as the cross-country racers. Wide open trails to the long, rough ditches, this sled will handle it all.
You know, what you'll notice from the XCR package over the XC package is in the bumps, the shocks are a lot more forgiving in the big bumps. If you're the guy who wants to go ditch banging and when you see big bumps, you just smile and pin it, you want an XCR.
For me as a rider, I enjoy hitting the ditches, hitting some nasty hard ledge bumps. I lean way more towards the XCR.
One of the things I'm most proud of for our team in particular is the way that we try to listen to the customers. So what we are building is not something that just makes sense to us in Roseau, Minnesota. It's what makes sense really to all of our customers all across the globe. And so we spend a lot of time riding with customers and talking to dealers and really trying to listen. We are not always the primary customer for every sled or snow bike that we build, but we know how to find those customers and listen to what really matters to them. And I'm so excited and proud of the way that the team has delivered the things that matter the most.
So what's new for this year is the XCR is in the XC chassis, which the XCR, people will say, what is XCR? Extreme cross-country racer. So the XCR has different shocks, which is the Velocity Series walkers.
This 2020 XCR is the same exact snowmobile that all the Polaris cross-country racers are racing. They don't hold anything back, they're giving everything to the consumer.
A lot of guys will look at it as, why do I want the XCR? Hit the biggest bumps, the nastiest ditch sections, or just wide open through the trees? That XCR is for you.
The biggest change that the 2020 XCR has is the Walker Evans Velocity shocks. They went away from their needle shocks to the Velocity shocks. Now the Velocity shocks have a lot more adjustability and you can just fine-tune those into your riding style.
The gains you get with the XCR shocks are, I'd say, quite a bit with the Velocity Series Walker Evans. But I mean, the Walker needles, I mean, for your average day rider, that you're not pounding the biggest, nastiest stuff, but you're still having some bumps and having a good time on the trail, I mean, you'd be fine with the XC.
Personally, as me as a rider, I like the 137 for just an all-around sled. I don't feel it's too long for cornering. It bites better, bridges the bumps better. It just feels a lot more controllable for me at the 137. Both the front ends feel good. The Polaris has really got these Access front ends dialed in. They lay flat, they carve hard. Their skis that they're using on them bite nice in the corners. The ergonomics is fantastic on the sleds. They're just a great sled to ride. Either sled works real well. You know, you can't go wrong by either one of the sleds, but if you're wanting to go out and really push and pound the bumps, I would lean towards the XCR.
When our Sledhead 24/7 showdown in the UP show roars back, we'll take you deep into the heart of the UP. Mighty Michigan boasts plenty of wilderness with natural wonders for riders to soak in. We'll check in with C&A Pro skis and check out a ride with Ski Ambassador Matt Downey. But first, time for our Amsoil Tech Tip.
Hey, Len from Amsoil here. One of the most common questions that I get is what is the difference between Interceptor and Dominator? And the answer is pretty simple. If you're standing here like I am in the pits of this racetrack, you definitely need Dominator. Dominator is designed for race sleds that run at very high RPMs at very high temperature. Interceptor is more balanced for the recreational type rider that's riding on the trails. Cold temperature performance, power valve cleanliness, and piston protection are all key. For more information, check out amsoil.com.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by Amsoil, Runs on Freedom, by Polaris, by FXR, maximum versatility for all conditions, and powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7 and our showdown in the UP show. It's time for a Northwoods adventure with Ski Ambassador Matt Downey.
Hey Jeff, you ready for another road trip in the Ram?
I'm always ready for a Ram road trip. This time we're going up to the UP of Michigan to hang out with Matt Downey. He's one of Ski-Doo's backcountry ambassadors. The guy's a blast to ride with. He's gonna take us some places I probably shouldn't go. Okay, we're up in the western UP of Michigan, in the Keweenaw Peninsula. And we stay in at the Trailside Lodge when we come up here. This place has all the amenities a snowmobiler could ever want. Joining me today is Matt Downey, one of Ski-Doo's backcountry ambassadors. Matt, nice to see you again, buddy. What do you got planned for us today?
Well, my name's Matt Downey, owner-operator of Snow Expeditions, and we're just getting ready to head out today. Go find some good snow and do some backcountry riding.
Let's suit up and go. Over the years, we've done a lot of different rides with a lot of different riders. And we had a chance to ride in the upper Midwest. Normally we're out west riding with a lot of the Ski-Doo ambassadors, but we wanted to do something in the upper Midwest. Who better than Matt Downey to go ride with? Now this was just a blast. We went and we got in all kinds of situations, from just trail riding to powder to tree riding. I mean, as close to mountain riding as you can in the upper peninsula of Michigan.
It's so ingrained in my life, even when it's not the winter riding months. The whole other 6-8 months that we're not riding is just preparing for riding. Snowmobiling is always on top of mind. I hope I can keep doing this for a long while. You know, I hope so. You know, I've always been a little bit perfectionist, even though it doesn't sometimes show in this regard. But maybe just the overall thing, I want it to be good for people. You know what I mean? Even if the snow isn't the best, or conditions, or, you know, rider ability, whatever it is. You just try and make a good day for everybody. Because, you know, after all, we do this to get away from the things that we have to do all day, to just keep lights on and a roof over our heads, and this is like, to me, snowmobiling is when we're really living. Yeah, so the train up here in the upper Midwest, especially the western UP, a network of groomed trails that can get you a lot of places. And then there's a lot of two-track logging roads, a lot of good steep hardwood tree riding, and that's my favorite. Improve their riding ability, it means we can go to more technical terrain, and I always enjoy that.
That's a good one, Paul. You did a really nice job.
Thank you.
What
I like about Matt is he's just so down to earth. You know, he's so friendly, and like when you get stuck, he's to the front loops of your skis before you are, you know, and just a real down to earth guy and just super nice.
He makes you feel at ease, and then as you ride, then you start seeing some humor, and he'll joke around with you, and by the end, you feel like you've known him for quite a while.
Great teacher. You stop anything, any question you have, he's got an answer for it, and I find that I learn a lot even just from watching him ride. He's such a good rider that I can try to imitate the stuff he does, but even, you know, he's worked with us from the basics, and we've advanced a little bit, and he keeps, you know, good teaching all along the way. It's very, very beneficial to my riding to ride with Matt. I get better every time we come here.
You know, we had a great ride today up in the UP. Now we're going to just enjoy a nice meal. We're at the loading zone in Lake Linden. We're going to have a nice meal with all these guys. We had a great ride, right, Matt?
Yeah, good day. Really good day.
Paul?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jake, Steve? We had a fantastic time. Till next time, guys.
Still ahead, the Sledhead 24/7 team is ready to ride, rate, and review in the beautiful backlands of the UP, all part of another awesome Ram road trip.
Jake Veneta with the FXR Mobile Medical Team talking today about our Ram truck. Now, we have to get to every round. We can't just get to some of the rounds. Our medical trailer needs to get there, and this is the beast that pulls us there. This is a 6.7 liter Cummins diesel, 3/4 ton. This thing is incredible. Let me tell you, this thing, it pulls, it locks in with this engine, and it just dials in. I don't know how to describe it except that I feel it. I feel it kind of dig deep when we come up a rise or when there's a big headwind. It's solid, it plows through. It is an incredible way to pull a trailer. The torque of this thing and where it comes. I remember cruising up here at, I don't know, it's like 70, 75 miles an hour. I look down, we're pulling 1,800, 1,900 RPMs, just lugging and chugging along. It's just almost effortless. And I know it's not effortless, but let me tell you, this 6.7 liter in this Ram truck, it's the real deal, and it will pull, baby.
C&A Pro Skis, the leader in aftermarket skis. Jeff, I'm walking through the pits, we see sleds out on track. C&A Pro Skis really seems to be the leader on track.
Well, yeah, and they not only make the best snowcross ski, they also make great trail skis, mountain skis, backcountry skis, and my favorite, watercross skis.
Hey guys, Ryan over at C&A here, and we're at the Ice Hockey Nationals here at Canterbury Park, and we're here to talk about the 7 different models of skis that we offer. First off, we have our Xpt Ski, which is designed for the newer trail sleds riding on the trails. One of our most popular skis is the Xpt Ski, which is designed for the newer sleds with a little bit more ski pressure. So what we did to combat that ski pressure is we lessened the underneath features of the ski, shortening the keel and bringing in mid-center keels. Our Razor Ski is designed for the older trail sleds. Basically, we say about 2010, 2011 and older. The reason being on that is there's not as much ski pressure on those older machines, so we have a little bit more aggressive features underneath the ski. We do also get questions of, I do have a newer sled, can I still put razors on those? Sure you can. It's just going to steer a little bit harder than our XPT will. Next we have our Xcf Ski, which is perfect for that 50-50 on-off trail riding. On the trail, this is going to be one of the most aggressive skis that you can buy. With a deep center keel and pronounced outboard keels, you can corner on a dime. We also offer traction ridges on the top of the saddle here for a nice foothold if you're looking to step off your ski. Next, we're going to transition to our mountain segment. First off, we'll start with our BEX, which is our #1 selling mountain ski. So on this ski, we do have traction ridges on the top as well as on the saddle, just like the XCS, for a nice foothold if you need to get off, as well as a deep center keel and snow scoops to keep you in line when you're boondocking. Next, we have our Mtx Ski, which is our nice 8-inch wide ski that adds flotation. Normally, this is typically for the rider that's basically just looking for more flotation or simply for utility machines. And like I said before, we're at Canterbury here, the ISOC Nationals, the races are hot today, and about 90 to 95% of those riders out there are riding this ski right here, the XT, which is the perfect ski for snowcross. We have an 1.5-inch center keel and pronounced outboard keels, which keep the riders cornering on even the toughest of conditions. We can't forget about our little guys, the mini ski, which is perfect for the 120 and 200cc classes. Our mini skis come equipped with a center keel, which help the little tykes corner. For all those mechanics and snowmobilers out there that think they're quick at changing out skis, teamed up with ISOC this year to see who can change out a set the quickest. Come on out to any ISOC race for a chance to win your very own set of C&A Pro skis. For more information, please check us online at caproskis.net, where you can build and customize your skis with our new Custom Skis Builder, as well as pictures of our skis where you can rotate them 360 degrees.
Still ahead, a time-tested tour of the UP. We've got the Super Yoopers on board as guides. Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by Amsoil. Runs on freedom. Track, trail, or tree line. Ride with rocks. By Stud Boy. Traction with an attitude. Ziegler Cat. Exceptional service backing the best equipment. And by the U.S. Air Force. Aim high.
It is so important to get out and support your local snowmobile club.
That is. We're in the UP of Michigan. We had a chance to go to a club that's all in when it comes to snowmobiling.
For natural beauty and early bird snow, head to the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Michigan is known as the Wolverine State, and just like that wild critter, the UP is one of the last truly wild places left on the planet. You gotta love big country in the UP, and there's 17,000 miles of it to wrap your arms around. The UP is larger than the states of New Jersey, Delaware, and Connecticut combined. It's so massive, it covers 2 time zones.
Yeah, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan really has a mystique to it. Outside of a few select wilderness areas, you have 990,000 acres to recreate on.
This area, the Western UP, has been voted #1 for the best snowmobiling in all of the U.S. like 5 of the last 6 years. That tells you how good it is.
Thanks to the location near the Great Lakes, the UP receives some of the heaviest snowfall in the world, and that deep snow will often stick around for late April riding. Cruising our sleds over frozen bogs, swamps, and into the backlands, we rode to remote places that you can't experience in summer, and it really helps stir the soul.
Some of the best snowmobiling you'll ever find in the country up here.
The snow sparkles up here like diamonds. It's just beautiful.
It's like driving through a painting.
In search of reliable trails, the groomed trails of the UP are some of the largest in the world, and the roadmap to adventures that a rider can only dream of.
It's a lonely job, but it's instantly gratifying when you get to make a perfectly flat trail for everybody to enjoy.
Guaranteed snow. I mean, you never get disappointed.
The UP is the kind of place where snowmobile clubs are vital to help the trails and the trail riders.
Lately, it seems, over the past few years, a lot of people are losing interest in the snowmobile club. Our numbers are way down. So right now what we're trying to do is breathe new life into the snowmobile club. We just purchased a snow groomer so we can build a snowcross track over the top of our existing motocross track to hopefully allow teams to come up, use our facility for practice. Of course, you'll end up having to become a club member to do it, but it's a minimal fee. Come up here to test practice. We also built a new drag strip out here that clutch testing, snow drag testing. We need new life, new blood, younger people with more ideas, more ambition than we have to keep this snowmobile club alive. The best way to see what we have going on here is to just like us on Facebook, Range Snowmobile Club, Facebook, or Range Snowmobile Club on the internet.
It turns out this may be the perfect way to see North Country from the front seat of a snowmobile and a Ram truck.
I'm sorry to say that's all the time we have for today.
If you like what you saw, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram and find Sledhead 24/7. There you can find past episodes and exclusive content.
And I hope to see all you on the trails.
That's about all we can squeeze into today, but we're always live on Sledhead24-7.com. Please hit us up on social media and pitch a story idea or place to ride. Log on to Sledhead24-7.com. Watch our library of episodes. Big Fish, Miss Haley, Cub, and the Red Ram are getting ready for another adventure and a new episode, so please join us.